Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari in Iran. Now, first things first, because we're talking about beautiful Iran. Iran is very much in the news lately. And if you're here for that, I am very sorry to say that we are not even going to be touching that topic tonight. And not because I don't want to talk about it, but because this province here is not involved in it at all. Not at all. So we might touch on it a bit. Feel free to open up a dialogue in the comments as long as you are very respectful to humanity. You can bash world leaders all you want, but be kind to the people living in these countries, living their everyday lives that are affected by war and conflict. Be kind. There are no bad countries, there are only bad leaders, right? That is one of my philosophies. Iran's not a bad country. Iran is a beautiful country with so much history, so many cultures, so much beauty. This is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, let me tell you. Tonight we're in the Zagros Mountains, which is the longer mountain chain in Iran. We've been here before. We talked a little bit about it when we went to Bushehr down here, which would have been relevant to today's current events, but we already covered that province. There's also the Alborz Mountains up there, which I think is just one of the most beautiful mountain ranges in the entire world. You've got the Alps, you got the Himalayas, you got the Andes. You can't forget the Alborz. It is just stunning up there. The Zagros, of course, are very close second. Absolutely gorgeous. It's just a beautiful country. Beautiful country. Therefore, this province is extremely mountainous. There are many mountains, many valleys, many rivers and waterfalls, and many caves as well. So that is the majority of the geography here to talk about. It's the Zagros Mountains. The capital is Sharikord, which is nicknamed the Roof of Iran because it is the provincial capital with the highest elevation up high in the mountains. The name Sharikord literally translates to the city of the Kurds, but that is actually a coincidence. From what I see, there's not a very large Kurdish population in this province. The original name of this city ended in Gord during its more ancient days when the Muslim conquest occurred and Arabic was introduced mixed with the Farsi and the other languages spoken here. We'll talk about in a minute. It became a hard K, Cord, instead of a gourd, which translates to Kurd. It's just a coincidence, okay? Not really a significant Kurdish population in this area. So what is a significant population? There are, of course, many Persians who live here. But we are talking about Bakhtiari, the second half of the name of this province. The Bakhtiari are a nomadic group. This province has the largest nomadic population in Iran. There are others. Loristan's just over there. The Lori is their, I suppose, their overarching ethnicity and their language family. But the Bakhtiari mainly live in this area. They have centers. Sharikord is a big one. Are there any others on here? I don't think it shows any other towns that I researched that are considered Bakhtiari centers. They're all over. They're in the mountains. These people are nomadic. I think they're a little bit more, from what I read, a little bit more semi-nomadic than nomadic. They are out there in the spring and summer with their flocks, with their herds. and then bunk down during the winter because being up high in the Zagros, it gets very cold and snowy. There's a lot of skiing that occurs in this province. Ski resorts and such. I know when you think Iran, you don't really think ski resorts, but it's actually more common than you'd think. In the Alborz and the Zagros, you can go skiing in the Middle East in like big snowpack, not even like fake snow like in the Emirates, real snow. So that is why there are nomadic cities, nomadic centers. Also, I assume that they would go to these villages and towns and cities, every couple of weeks to stock up if they need to. And that center's there for them. But the history here is pretty sparse, to be honest. Of course, people have been living here for a long time. The oldest evidence was from 9,000 years ago. There's evidence of the Sasanians and Parthians having a presence here. But other than that, this area was avoided by many conquerors who came through Iran because it was up in the mountains, and it's not like there was much there to conquer. It's villages for nomads. You could come through and conquer it. Some people did. But most did not. The Mongols avoided this area. Anytime Russia, the Russian Empire, not today Russia, invaded, they skipped it. Even today when Iran's being invaded, this area is not being affected at all. It's just a very quiet little corner of very busy Iran. And so much has happened in Iran's history in the 20th century into the 21st. The revolution in 79 definitely did affect the way of life here. But not much else. People are allowed to be who they are. As long as you follow the dress code. Many are already Muslim, so it's not like there were any forced conversions, even though there is freedom of religion in Iran. So, it just seems like a place where life just goes on, despite everything happening around. Isfahan is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. The Persian Gulf is just a stone's throw away. But we are up in the beautiful Zagros, where we only have beauty and kind people. And that is the history of Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari. So, here's what we're going to do, because I love looking at Iran so much on Google Earth. I've looked at, of course, a bunch of places. I couldn't help myself. I spent like 2 hours looking at it. But I barely even scratched the surface because there's so many slideshows and they're all gorgeous. There's my cat scratching under the desk. He loves to do that. We're going to play. I'm going to show you the important stuff to see, and then we're going to go out in the mountains and just find stuff to look at. And I promise you, it's going to be nothing but beauty. I promise you. So why don't I go hit the lights, grab my tablet, make sure the cats aren't too loud, which they are, and we will look at Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari on Google Earth. Let's go. Here we are in Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province. But let's start by zooming out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. That is Bonnie under my desk. She's decided she wants to crawl inside the shelves and scratch everything. It would be really nice if you didn't make so much noise, baby Bon. But you know what? You do you, I suppose. There's not much I can do at this point because I'm already set up to film. Here's beautiful Iran. As you can see, it's a very mountainous country. You can see the Alborz up here and the Zagros cutting through here. Iran is located in the Middle East. I like to say Western Asia, like this whole area here being Western Asia. This is Central Asia, subcontinent, so on and so forth. We won't get into it. But we are bordering Iraq, very important to its history. There's Kuwait down there, bordering Pakistan, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Turkey, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. There's the Caspian Sea coast. And here's the Persian Gulf, which some countries call the Arabian Gulf. Every time I have to say that, because if I didn't say Arabian Gulf, people would say, actually, it's the Arabian Gulf. And if I said some people call it the Arabian Gulf, people will say, no, it's the Persian Gulf. It's blah, 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 blah. So, if you want to leave that kind of comment, I've already done it for you. Please write literally anything else other than what this body of water is called. I personally call it the Persian Gulf, just because that's how I've always known it. But whatever you call it, that is what you call it, and that is important to you. Here's the Strait of Hormuz, which is very much in the news lately. When this is posted, who knows what the situation will be. So hopefully it's much better by the time this video is posted. I'm filming this, 4 or 5 days before you'll see it. Bon. Let me calm down, dude. My goodness, she's awake. She's awake and ready to play. Let's look at Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari. This place sounds like a fairy tale. It sounds like a magical name. Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari. I love that name. It's gorgeous. Look how mountainous this area is. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna get her. Hold on. Okay. She's very offended. I pulled her out of the drawer. So yes, Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari. We're going to start in Shahrekord. Main city here. There are some pretty neat places here. I want to show you the museum because it's fascinating. Museum of Archaeology. So we've got some good stuff here. Apparently it's in an old bathhouse, as you can see. Some old doors, I think, or windows. Some beautiful rugs, which has seen some wear and tear, but it's still gorgeous. I wonder how old that is. A slab of some kind. What do you think is the writing on there? I assume some kind of Achaemenid something or other. Whatever these are. I have no idea. These are pots. That I can tell. We got a cool little figurine guy there. He's standing on a ram's head. Like maybe a lion or something. This bracelet is absolutely beautiful. My goodness, that is a gorgeous color. And these cool guys giving very Persian Empire. My goodness, this giving Mesopotamia, doesn't it? It's giving Persepolis. And some really neat old coins. Pottery. There's the old doors. We got some old knives and spearheads. A beautiful bowl. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. That is beautifully done. And more of these little guys. I wonder what they were. Some kind of ornamentation. Love that. I would spend all day there just looking at all the cool old stuff. What was it I wanted to show you here other than the museum? There was something. There was. The problem is, I don't remember what it was. There's just so much to see. Let me show you what I'm thinking of, though. It's not in town. It's over here. Of course, there are shrines all over the place. That's just a custom in Islam to have, shrines for those who are deceased. This is the Chalishtor Castle, where not like a king, but lesser than would rule over this area. Look at this. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Gorgeous columns, a big pool, maybe a fountain. Look at all of the paintings on the walls. It's so intricate. That's incredible. They got their bath there as well. Cool statue. Nice mustache. More little guys. Looks like archaeology part of the Castle Museum. Beautiful art. These things looks like farming equipment. paintings down here, gallery wall, photographs. This maybe was on a wall or something. That's pretty neat. Look at the night. That's amazing. Underground here. I would be here all day too. Look at this little garden. It's so cute. This place is awesome. Whatever that is. And this guy, oh my goodness, you don't want to meet him in the dark alley. That man is fierce. Incredible. I think that's my favorite place. That's not like a mountain or a cave that I found. You know what I want to show you before we head off into the wilderness is just the main slideshow of this province, because that's going to kind of give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. Every picture of this place, and by place I mean Iran, is just beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Look at this town. That's amazing. That's a work of art. And it's just someone's home. This is where someone lives their regular life. It's beautiful. Look at the snowy mountains. My goodness, if I told you this is in Canada, you'd believe me. If I said this is in Iran, you wouldn't, right? Amazing. A little town there. Some honey. Everyone's hanging out on the roof in the village. Look at this. This is too beautiful. There's no words for this kind of beauty. There's no words for this kind of beauty. Like, I'm obsessed with the town. No words. Look at the splashing water over the rocks. Look how idyllic. Beautiful. Gorgeous. What a majestic waterfall. Beautiful flowers there in this field. This is just a field outside of town. That's a beautiful photo. The gorgeous river by this valley and the mountains. It's stunning. Looks like Oregon. Like, it's beautiful. Look at a little rainbow in this pond in just this random park. It's beautiful. Wildflowers up in the mountains. Gorgeous. Looks like Nepal. Looks like Pakistan. I guess we're not too far off from there, but completely different mountain range. Look at this. This looks like California. Like, it's amazing. This place is just something else. And by this place, I mean Iran. I've never found an ugly picture of Iran. Find me an ugly picture. It's impossible. Impossible. So there is a national park in this province, Tanya Sayed. There's little friends, little, I think, ibexes up on the rocks there. How cute is that? A little ram. They're so sweet. Now, let's go play. What shall we find? Obviously, I can't read any of this. So, I don't know what I'm tapping. Here's some friends on this rock. They're best friends. Maybe they're family. Let's look at, what was that? Chaharmahal Lake. Let's look at Chaharmahal Lake. Wow. Wait, look at this. Oh, it's the... I thought this was like a canyon. This is the moss on the water. That's funny. That's funny. Look at this pretty picture. Look at the duckies. So quaint. Little spots where you can picnic. Big geese and duckies. Yeah, it's like a big marsh. That's pretty cool. Lots of dammed areas around here as well. Let's go up here in the mountains. Look at these mountains here. Let me put the borders back up so we don't wander too far off course. Oh, we're very good. We're good. Let's head to this valley. I feel like, because I found some cool caves and stuff, I feel like I'm not going to find them with you guys. Oh, what's that? Look at this. Whoops. There we go. Beautiful flowers. Having a festival of some kind. Just beauty everywhere. Beauty everywhere. Oh, wow. Even in the shrines, I guess you'd call them. Memorial monuments. Tombs, that's the word. Tombs. That's the word I'm looking for. Tombs are a big thing in Islam, at least in this part of the world where there are people of legend who've passed away in certain parts and have very fancy tombs. This looks like some kind of cave area over here. Big waterfall area as well. There's a scary cave. Little pond. Beautiful rocks. Look at that. That's amazing. You can almost see shapes in the rocks if you stare at it for too long. Wait. Was there a... Ooh, I wouldn't go any further than that. That's a little creepy. That's a little scary. What's this? Nothing, sadly. Watch me hype this place up and I find nothing. That would be horrible. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. There's ice around this cave. This is a cold winter day. Here's a beautiful spring day in this lovely meadow. These wild flowers. I'm sure they are wild flowers, but they are wild looking. It's gorgeous here, you guys. It is so pretty here. Apparently this is a tourism area for things like hiking, camping, things like that, and of course skiing during the winter. Because this place is just beautiful. And oh my gosh, it's like a painting. It's so pretty in Iran. It is such a beautiful country. Every aspect of it. Here's a cave. Oh, that is scary. This is scary. Oh, that's eerie. Ooh. I feel like there'd be ghosts in there. I don't know, dude. I don't know. These friends, though, are very excited about exploring the cave. They are spelunkers. What's that? It's a beautiful meadow. What is... Let's get the borders back up. I always feel like I'm going to wander out. We're good. We are good. Actually, you know where I want to go is more in the south here because we have to see this big, beautiful mountain. Gorgeous. Amazing. There's something else. There's a hiker there. Beautiful in the springtime. Beautiful in the winter. We just got a ton of snow here in Idaho the other day. It even snowed again randomly for like 20 minutes today. The snow is so pretty. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So we have the farm here, probably growing like apricots. And then the mountains in the background, and the big clouds. That is so pretty. My goodness, that is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's another big mountain. I know I'm like beating a dead horse, but how can you not appreciate? That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that is such a pretty picture. Show me a bad picture of Iran. You can't. Look how beautiful. Look at the colors of the sunset on the mountains. Look at the sun hitting this. Wow, look at the ridges. Just centuries and centuries of time. So, so pretty. Wow. Oh, wow. Action shot behind the waterfall. And it looks like some kids are there enjoying nature as well. You can't find a bad picture of Iran. It is just a stunning country. That's just all there is to it. You can have your opinions about this or that. I certainly do, about politics and things, but there's no bad countries, you guys. Earth is a beautiful place. Earth is here to wow us and embrace us and nurture us. And, 99% of people are good. 99% of people are just good, ordinary, regular people. And that is so true for Iran. I'm sure 99% of the people who live here are just Regular folks like you and me living their lives. In this case, in this beautiful landscape. Very jealous. Oh, look at these friends. They're all dressed up for this landscape. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. People are good. Most people are kind. It's the ones with bad intentions that are the loudest and rise to the top and sow chaos and take advantage of the good. And we don't like those on this channel. I mean, you can't become a politician without becoming that kind of person. It's very rare when a legitimately kind person becomes involved in politics. It rarely happens. Look at this. Whoa. That is a drop. Oh my gosh, I'm getting vertigo looking at. Oh, you couldn't pay me to cross that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, it's making my skin crawl. I don't like that. But we're leaving the slideshow. I can't handle rope bridges over huge gorges. I just can't. Makes my vertigo kick in. But what I'm saying is, there's no bad countries. There are only bad leaders. Look at this big canyon. There are no bad countries. Iran is not a bad country, as you can see. It is nothing but beauty. It is nomadic herders. It is people sharing what they have. It is people practicing their faith and their traditions and their customs. It is not a bad place. The leadership here is questionable. But that doesn't mean that we condemn the entire country. I was looking for this cave. I found it. Are you ready for this, guys? You're not ready for this cave. Look at this. It's an ice cave. It's an ice cave. I don't know how I feel about ice caves. You know how I feel about caves. Caves give me the heebie-jeebies. But an ice cave, that's something else. These goats, I think. Look at that. Amazing. An ice cave. Look, it's summer day out on the river. Nice. Those are sheep. I believe. Maybe they're just long-haired goats. They got their juice by the river. Having a picnic. My goodness. How beautiful. How does a place become so beautiful? You can really see why this land was fought over so often by so many. It's not because, well, it's probably because it's like in the middle of everything. It's I think Google Earth is crashing. It sure is. Okay, 1 second. It's in the middle of so many trade routes. But I don't know. There's something special about this landscape. Here we go. Let's let it load again. There we go. There's something to this place that just draws you in. I don't know. Do you guys feel that? This place is special. And by this place, I mean Iran, not just Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari. I mean both. I hope I'm getting my point across. I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in war. I don't believe in violence in any case. I believe in peace. I believe in loving each other. I believe in appreciating the beautiful world around us. And in order to achieve that, you need to learn about the world around us. What is this person doing? They are on top of that tunnel. Okay. I believe that, we already looked at this, the key to world peace starts with education. You can't have peace around the world if you don't know anything about the world. So all you guys watching this are taking the first steps toward world peace, to becoming a global citizen, to learning that we are all just people. The earth is beautiful. This is a special planet. There is nothing like this. I don't care if you talk about multiverses or all of that. There isn't a planet like this anywhere. There can't be. This place is magical. This is magic to me. This is a miracle. And it's something we need to appreciate. Something we need to embrace and protect. And we can't protect this if we can't protect each other. It's important to love everyone, despite differences, because of differences, because of tying this rag around your head in a silly way. Love each other. Love each other. Nothing but love in this world. If we all lived by that philosophy, there'd be no war. There would only be peace and love and understanding and a beautiful planet to appreciate. That being said, people who are against that philosophy, I have no love for. No love for. I feel like I've said things about politicians that people have been like, I don't like when you say your opinions. Fair enough. I understand. It's ASMR. You don't want to hear my political opinions, but I feel like when you are against the concept of peace, against the concept of loving everyone, against the concept of protecting this planet, I'm against the concept of you. Like, how can I appreciate you if you can't appreciate the basics in life? Right? That's how I feel. You watching this, you already are on my good side, especially if you've made it this far. You are doing the right thing by winding down and relaxing. Whether you're playing a tablet game like I like to do when I listen to ASMR, or listening during a commute on a train, or laying down going to bed. You're my kind of person, and I appreciate you so much. You have a curiosity for the world. You have a curiosity for calm, relaxation, and hopefully for making this world a better place. Despite the rope bridge, I love this photo. This is stunning. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. I hope that this country sees peace someday. I hope that my country sees peace someday. I hope that by the time you see this video, like 4 or 5 days after I'm filming it, the situation is much better and we've begun to heal from situations that have happened. I actually found out about the war starting from my comments. I woke up and someone had commented on the Iran video about what had happened, and I was like, oh, it's happening. I'm so sad about that because, as you can tell, I think this is an amazing country. Iran is so beautiful. Iranians are kind people, and they don't deserve what's happening to them. But nevertheless, you can have this opinion, you can have that opinion. My opinion is that we need peace and love in this world more than ever. That is my opinion. However that comes about, as long as it comes about, I hope it comes in a way that is non-violent, with as little violence as possible, with as little suffering as possible, with as little back and forth and pettiness as possible. That's what really gets to me, is just... Anyway, I hate politicians. I hope that this becomes a world of peace someday. I can only hope. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of content, please consider subscribing. Probably won't get that deeply philosophical, but my heart is in Iran. My heart is in many countries. for many reasons, there's a little piece of my heart in every single country, but I don't know. There's some countries when I think of, I just feel my heart get warm and happy, and Iran's one of them. I love this country. I want nothing but love for this country. But another country that I love very much is the one we're going to next. We're going back to Thailand. Good old Thailand. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out. We'll look at some beautiful wots and things. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts down below. And I don't allow any derogatory comments toward any country or any people group. If you want to direct hate toward politicians, by all means. But if you say, I hate X country because of their policies, I don't allow those. If you say, I hate this country, for any reason, I don't allow that. So don't bother commenting things like that. Let me know your thoughts down below. But keep it respectful toward all cultures, okay? Okay. I hope you found this video to be relaxing and educational, and I hope that you have a good